Look, fam, y'all gotta let this Hebrew Israelite shit go. We are not Hebrew Israelites. There is no kingdom of Judah at all in West Africa. You saying actually we Hebrew Israelites know your heritage in West Africa links up to ancient Israel? Ain't no goddamn way. When, where, and how did that ever happen? The Igbo do not subscribe to the Israelite culture. The Akan, all of this shit is opposite of what you talking about. Christianity, Hebrew, all of that shit washed up with the motherfucking Europeans. That's where all of this shit come from. Y'all just don't want to admit the shit. Wasn't no Africans in West Africa talking about Yahweh prior to the motherfucking white man showing up. Know your own history, fam. Y'all gotta let this Hebrew Israelite shit go. We are not Hebrew Israelites. There is no kingdom of Judah at all in West Africa. You saying actually we Hebrew Israelites know your heritage in West Africa links up to ancient Israel? Ain't no goddamn way. When, where, and how did that ever happen? The Igbo do not subscribe to the Israelite culture. The Akan, all of this shit is opposite of what you talking about. Christianity, Hebrew, all of that shit washed up with the motherfucking Europeans. That's where all of this shit come from. Y'all just don't want to admit the shit. Wasn't no Africans in West Africa talking about Yahweh prior to the motherfucking white man showing up. Know your own history.
Yeah, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles as well as the elder bishops who labored to teach us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth, sincerity, and indeed. I'm your brother Patazah from the Great Millstone Chicago branch, coming at you with another quick, Lord willing, edifying lesson. And what you see here is another lost soul, a numbed skull that really don't know what the hell going on, and that's the danger of it. You can read 1,000,001 books. You can really be out here thinking you're very well studied and still be totally ignorant of the truth. Okay? See, this guy, he's on that back to Africa tip. He's on that African Albucaland, tip. And it's just full of confusion. All right? Now, I'm not going to go into the historical aspects. Their brothers done did so many lessons on. I done did lessons on it. I'm not even finna do all that. For the readers out there, the listeners out there, you can do your own independent studies. All right, and you'll come to find out that what the brother, this comment, which I believe is my big bro, Nagab, all right, Southside Mike, Alliance of the 12 on that TikTok. I believe that's his page. If I'm wrong, Salakia, but, shalom to the brother Nagab, Southside Mike, man. All right. Solid in this thing, man. Concrete general. You feel me? As far as the Great Millstone Chicago goes. But, yeah, he's replying to my bro's question. And my bro, he's very knowledgeable. He's real sharp with the history, and he can go all day, bringing out historical facts, articles, proving what he just said, man. All right. But now this guy, this bookworm, on the other hand, he's lost in the sauce. And like I said, I'm not going to go into the historical aspect. We're just going to use some critical thinking here, and this is all you have to do. Like the Apostle Tahar instructed us years ago, when it comes to Christians or, people that believe in Kemet and all this African shit, all you have to do is revert back to the prophecy. That's it. All you have to do is sit back and go back to prophecy, and you're going to find out the truth. All right? Because you can have this information, you can have that information, but what actually happened? Okay? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Light being illuminated, having true knowledge, having the truth. Okay, the truth is what sets you free. The truth is what liberates us from lies, all right, or the captivity of lies, man. Okay, the mental and spiritual slavery that comes with lies and deception. You know, the only way to break those chains is through the Holy Spirit dealing with you to show you the truth via prophecy. Okay, so now you can read 1,000,001 books, right? But there's no other book on the planet Earth that has mapped out secular history before it happened. I'm gonna say it again. There's no other book that has mapped out world history, the history of the world, before it even happened outside of the Bible. What am I saying? When you go to Daniel, the 8th chapter, okay? This is why understanding prophecy is very, very important. All right. Now, Daniel 8th chapter, it starts off amazing. All right. Verse 2 is a mystery in itself, but that's another lesson. You know, for you scholars out there, you brothers that want to dig, hey, Daniel 8 and 2. All right. Why is that crazy in itself in the book of Daniel? All right. But that's not the lesson. All right. So it goes into these 4 beasts. Right. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it. All right. But this is how it happened. All right. This is how it happened. So now when you go into the first beast, all right, that ram, right? The ram had 2 horns. It's going to break it down. And this actually happened and took place in chronological order. Okay? The ram, which you saw, that first beast, are the 2 horns of the kings of Media and Persia. So what happened? After the Babylonian kingdom, right? Secular history says, and it played out, that the Medo-Persian dynasty came into play. Well, the Lord showed Daniel that before it happened. Verse 21, the goat, the rough goat, is the king of Greece. And that great horn between his eyes is the first king. Okay? Who was that going into? That's Alexander. What happened after the Medo-Persian Empire? The kingdom of Greece came in to play, right? As it goes in after the Greek Empire, all right, it goes into what? Rome. All right. Now I'm not gonna break each of these down. You can read these yourself, right? But this is breaking down secular history as far as what happened. And Daniel is telling you this. Daniel is prophesying of Alexander before he was even thought of. Because what, as we all know, Alexander didn't come into power, all right, until the time of the Maccabees. All right. Alexander came up. His 4 generals came into power after he died. All right. And that's when what? Great hell and persecution fell upon the children of Israel. And that caused what? That stirred up Judas Maccabee and his brethren. All right. And so on and so forth. But all these things happen. And the prophet Daniel is giving you play by play the breakdown, man. Okay? Like I said, I'm not going to break this down play by play. I'm keeping this very short for time's sake, man. All right? But these things happened. There's no other book inspired by the divine that gives you this play-by-play, man. Outside of the Holy Scriptures. All right? That's why anybody that's trying to speak against the Bible, they're not enlightened. Even the elites know that, hey, the Holy Bible is the true word of God. Okay? And even though the elites are where they are, you better believe they watching these videos. They know who the real prophets are. You better believe they are paying attention to the counsel of the Lord. And that's why they know they have a very short time, man. Okay? Well, I just wanted to give you an example of prophecy. See, you can make up whatever, but you can't lie about prophecy. You can't lie about the word of the Most High, man. Because what he says comes to pass. What this guy doesn't understand is it's actually a prophecy that we would be confused as to who we were. It's a prophecy that we would be in a strange land. I might as well get it. All right. Matter of fact. Get it, wood and stone. This is Deuteronomy 28:64. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people. Didn't that happen to us? It says, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there you shall serve other gods, which neither you or your fathers have known, even wood and stone. And isn't that happening right now? The major two religions, Christianity and Islam. All right, Islam, they they go worship a rock, and Mecca, they throw, they make their Hajj to Mecca, to this big ass black rock, And what, the wood, you go into the Christian church, what do you see? A big wooden cross, people bowing down and praising that. All right. On top of all type of other idols that our people bow down to. Okay. The idolatry, man. We're a stock of vanities, man, is what the scriptures call it. All right. And what? We would be confused. We would not know who we were. All right. What's that? Jeremiah? Was it 4:22? I always get them mixed up. No, I believe it's 17:4. I always get them mixed up. Right. This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Didn't that happen? Okay. We're not in our land. We don't have a land that we call our own. All right. Which is the land of Israel, believe it or not. That is our homeland. All right. And shit, we can't even call Africa our own, man. Because Esau and the heathen, all right, the so-called white man, the Chinese, they got Africa in the headlock. Okay. The small hats, all right, they out there wreaking havoc in the land of Israel, causing all type of bloodshed. So we don't have a land. We don't have a heritage. You niggas scream African, African, African. Like, Africa is not a heritage. That's a continent. We don't have a true custom or way of life. That was beaten out of us during slavery, man. All this is being prophesied. This is prophecy telling us that this would befall us, man. You can't get around it. Continuing on, it says, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which you knowest not, for you have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever, man. And here we are to this day, man. All right, in our enemy's land, behind enemy lines, man, in captivity. You can't dispute that. And like I said, when you revert back to prophecy and when you begin to investigate these people's ideology, what is their end game? for anybody that's claiming Africa, Kemet, it doesn't even matter, right? What is their end game? What is their end game? All right. How are we, according to what you've read, how are we to liberate ourselves from Esau, Edom? We're not unified. We have no standing army, right? We can't match his weapons. That's his blessing. So what are we to do as a people? How are we to liberate ourselves? The answer is it's only through divine intervention. Something that this nigga doesn't believe in, which is why he's going to end up fuel for the fire, man. If he's still around, he's going to end up taking that chip and he's going to be missile food if he doesn't starve to death. But these things are prophesied. Again, how are you, what is your defense against the New World Order to come? What is your defense against this great reset? See? What are you going to do when the only way to operate and live in this great reset is to be microchipped? What is your answer for that? And what book warned you of that type of event to come? And the answer is not one. The only one is the Holy Scriptures. All right? Let me get that. And I'm going to bring it back to that Isaiah 8. None. Mate. Fuck. Not matter. Mate. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. Not one of these prophecies has failed. Everything that the Lord said was going to happen has happened, man. The bad. And guess what? If all the bad that he said was going to happen, well, then we must be preparing ourselves for the good to come. Right? It says none shall want her mate. You can't mate the Bible up with anything else, with no other book. No other book breaks down secular history. Not one. No other book breaks down the past, the present, or the future like the Holy Scriptures. None of them. Because it's not inspired by the Most High God. It's not divine. Every last one of those other books, these are all imaginations of men. That's what makes it vain. If it ain't supporting the Holy Scriptures and expounding on the Holy Scriptures, it's nothing. Okay? It says, for my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit have gathered them, man. Okay? So whatever the Lord says goes, man. There is no counsel. You can get that. Proverbs 21:30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord, man. All right? All them books on his shelf, man, ain't none of them can touch the Holy Bible because there's no prophecy in it, man. There's no telling you beforehand what is to come. And here it is, the Lord done told us what was to come, and it's actually playing out right before our faces. Right before our faces, man. Example, I forget what president that was. I forget if it was Kennedy or Nixon. But they talked about what would happen basically talk about what would happen if there was an element from out of this world that would put the earth in danger. He said, wouldn't they all put their problems aside and come together and fight against this foreign enemy, this foreign invader? All right. And now here it is. You fast forward within recent years, the government has admitted that there are otherworldly civilizations out there, which we know to be the angels of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And the prophecy says that what? The Lord is going to return with the armies of heaven. So this devil knows. He knows that there's going to be a grand return, all right, of the Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. And it's going to be out of this world. All of that is prophesied in the Bible. Events that are just as relevant, events that are even more relevant now than they have been. But there's nothing that you can refer to in your little library of knowledge that can give you answers to that. Well, the scriptures can. But again, it's really just because you're blind to the fact of you are a Hebrew Israelite and this is what you have to look forward to. All right. And that's why niggas like this are going to end up cursing the Lord. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back. Isaiah chapter 8. Isaiah chapter 8 and 20, right? Because this is the beautiful part. We always normally stop at 20, but the beautiful part is the last two, right? I'm going to read Isaiah 8 and 20 again. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. And they shall pass through it, hardly bestead and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse their king and their God and look upward. And that's hey, that's what you niggas are gonna do, man. You know, that's what 2/3 are gonna do, man. The heathen, all right? The heathen and the 2/3 of Israel, they're gonna go through it. They're gonna go through all type of hell. They're gonna be starving. All right, nothing they do is gonna prosper. And they're gonna curse their king. They're gonna curse their leaders. They're gonna curse whatever God they believed in. Okay. All right. It says, and look upward, and they shall look to earth, and behold, trouble and darkness, dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness, man. All right. So you're going to be in utter confusion, man. You're going to be in a state of utter uncertainty, man. That's a different level of defeat. When all this hell is breaking loose in America, all right, when you have civil war on top of racial wars, all right, on top of famine, food scarcity, on top of pestilence and disease everywhere, on top of martial law, on top of draconian measures. Like, bruh, it's going to be so ugly out here, man. And people are going to be at a whole different level of uncertainty and hopelessness. Now, that's an elite level of being defeated. And they're going to be without faith. And that's going to cause them and drive them to depth of madness that I don't even want to imagine. Meanwhile, the elect, okay, the ones that were chosen by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to have the spirit, hey, we're going to be okay, man. Okay? We're actually going to be rejoicing in the days of trouble and heaviness, man. And that's what it all breaks down to, because what? We understand that the prophecies told us these things would happen, man. The scriptures is like a study guide. You know, when you were in school, before you take your final, the teacher would hand you a study guide. The study guide had all the answers to the test. All you had to do was study the goddamn study guide, man. All you had to do was complete and study the study guide. And once the test came, you were confident, you were assured, you weren't flustered, because you already had the answers to the test, man. The Holy Bible, the understanding of the Holy Bible, is the spiritual study guide to the test that is going to befall all the earth, man. You see? And niggas like this are going to fail miserably. And there's a great number of them in America as well as all around the world, man, but chiefly in Babylon. Babylon the Great, who are to be destroyed. Niggas like this are going to fail the test, man. You see? He's going to fail the test, man. All right? Because he doesn't have the answer, Sway. He didn't believe in prophecy, Sway. He didn't understand the prophecy, Salaki. It's not that he didn't believe it. It wasn't given to him to understand the prophecies. Matter of fact, I'm going to just wrap it up with 2 more scriptures. All right. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel has not obtained that which he seeketh for. And what is he seeking for? True understanding. He bought all those books because he's trying to get the true understanding of who he is. All right. He's trying to get the true understanding of what his God required him. See? All right. But it wasn't given to him. All right. He didn't obtain that which he was seeking for. It says, but what? But the election have obtained it and the rest were blinded. See? So bottom line is, as of this point right now, he's not of the elect. Now, the Lord may open his eyes, but as it's looking right now, the way it's looking, he's not of the elect, man. He's being blinded by he's being blinded from the truth. Because what? He's appointed for wrath. So that's why we ought to be 100 times the more thankful that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has opened our eyes to his glorious light, man. Because he didn't have to do it. He chose who he chose, man. And he blinded everyone else as far as the Israelites are concerned. So he's going to go down with this ship. See, he doesn't understand what he's doing. Job 5:19, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. That 7th trouble is Jacob's trouble, man. Jacob's trouble, all the perils in hell that I spoke on, that brothers do videos on daily. That's talking about this last Jacob's trouble, man. Verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. See? Divine protection, man. The things that niggas ain't looking towards. The things niggas don't believe exists. We have obtained that, and we have been given the spirit and the download to believe it, man. That's heavy. Verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shall you be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Yeah, man. So when people try to talk shit, try to slander us, make us infamous, all right, put all type of lies on us, all right, we're going to be defended from that. Whenever any type of destruction comes, man, we're going to be defended from that. Verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shall you be afraid of the beasts of the earth, man. That takes a great deal of faith, man, and a great deal of power to be in the midst of such peril and to be rejoicing. See? Come on, man. It says, you shall not be afraid of the beasts of the earth, man. All right, shit. When all hell's breaking loose, animals gonna be out here tweaking too. Animals, insects, all type of wildlife, man. Mosquitoes. Hey, man, this devil, he's been releasing bioengineered mosquitoes in the earth, man. You think the Lord ain't protecting us from that, man? This devil is doing all type of madness, man. We need protection from on high, man. 23, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee, man. That's a whole different level. That's a different type of power that we talking about, man. And he's ignorant of these things. And so many others like him. But hey, so be it, you know. The water aman. All right, the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai aman. Let it be so. Okay. But I think I've ran my mouth enough. Hope this was edifying. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Shalom, Abba Ball, man.